Hello. This will be the last role guide that we have, as there is only 5 roles. Keck W. I'm gonna be breaking down what is the ADC role, what is your goals, what is your role in this game. I'm breaking down one of my own games. So let's start with what is the laning phase look like. Let's go in chronological order. Laning phase is pretty much best case scenario. You want to come out ahead and be able to 1v1 and create pressure through either killing the opponent or taking all the farm or rotating to objectives first. Then after laning phase, if you're ahead, pretty much you want to push every wave first, then take farm. If no farm is available, then rotate and do something with that lead. If you're even, your goal is to just farm the lane. If you're even with him, contest gold and the one camp that you fight for and farm. Simple. If you're behind, you're trying to make him overstep so that he's gankable, right? If you're behind, don't take a 1v1 that you're guaranteed to lose, right? Because you're behind 1k, you're behind 2 levels, whatever the case is. You want to create opportunity for your jungler to get a kill. So how do you do this? Is when he goes for the invade on purple, you make sure he uses his Bs, uses his ult, take resources from him, make him overextend, right? That is the goal. And if he doesn't overextend and or try to take your farm, well, then you're pretty much even because he's not taking more than you, right? So that's the goal. Now that we've gone past the laning phase, what is the goal in the mid game? The mid game is you're the best DPS on all objectives: towers, titans, phoenixes, fire giant, gold fury, tanks. You're the best DPS. You have the most consistent DPS in the game, right? Therefore, you should be hitting every gold fury, you should be hitting every fire, you should be hitting tower. If you're chasing kills, you're doing it wrong. That's your assassin, that's your support, that's your soul link. That's what he does. As a hunter, your goal is to do objective damage. You are an OBJ player, right? Be on those objectives, be on those timers. Make sure to hit structures. When you're sieging, you're hitting structures. You're always hitting structures. That's your role, guys. Force them to come out. You see, the problem I see with hunters, right, is that they don't want to hit structures. They want to hit the guy in front of them. Then the wave dies. Then the phoenix is at 80% instead of 20%. And now you can't siege it, right? Because there's no wave. They already have pressure. Now it becomes a bad fight. So your goal is to hit the phoenix. They see the health drop, or the tower, or fire giant. They see the health drop, therefore they're forced to come in, and now you have good position for the team fight. If you're chasing, it's hard to have good positioning for the team fight. So let's start with this gameplay. We'll break it down, make sure you guys know what is right and what is wrong. Simple buys. Every starter sucks other than Ornit. Makes your life so easy. You don't need to build death tempers, you don't need to try Cal. They're dog. Don't even think about it. Just do Ornit. Then do 1 strength item or 1 attack speed. Strength is preferred. 2 health, 1 multi. Simple as that. Couldn't be any more simple for a hunter right now. So in the beginning, you could pressure if you like. I mean, not that it matters too much. You could sit at your purple. You can look to see if they ward. Up to you. If you want to be proactive, you want to be a proactive player, you can do so. You pull purple. Simple as that. Make sure to AoE the minions with your spell. You're the last one that's going to be pulling it because you need to pick it up. All right, this is where I see many hunters mess up more often than not. The most important thing to do here is to clear the wave, guys. Don't hit them. Clear the wave, then hit them. Simple as that. Clear the wave, then hit them. If you hit them and then they have wave advantage, yeah, you got 2 autos in, but now you have the wave on top of you. Now you're gonna lose gold camp. Now you're gonna lose pressure. Just hit the wave, then hit them. We clear the archers. Get Ornit proc. We have 1 minion on them, therefore I'm gonna play up. Look for autos. Really good trade. So here I use my 2 instead of using it on the wave, right? And the reason I use my 2 here is because it's such a good opportunity for a 2, right? It's the opposing ADC that's gonna get poked out. If it was the Khepri, I probably wouldn't have used my 2, but because it was the Ishtar, it makes so much sense. Now I don't have my 2 for the wave, but the poke was worth the pressure, right? Understanding when to poke and when to clear is really, really important. Almost 90% of the time, it's better to just clear than fight, but there is a 10% window where poking them is more value, and this is a 10% window. Let's rewatch it one more time, okay? So I see my 2 obviously coming up in 2 seconds here, and the wave is here, right? So as of now, I will not be 2ing this Ishtar. I will be 2ing the wave as of now. We hit an auto here on him. He hits a double silence. I hit an auto cancel too. Right here is when I decided that I was going to the Ishtar. I'll let you guys know so you can maybe understand the window. So here, once I see this double silence, I know if I hit an auto cancel too, it's going to do big damage here, which is exactly what I do. 86 into 130, literally 200 HP right there. Then try to get one more auto in, and I did hit it. That's why she's 10%. And now you ask yourself, was that poke worth it? Yes, she is backing. She will be missing minions. That poke was so worth it. So, like I said, I wanted to make sure you guys understand the laning phase, when you should be clearing and when you should be fighting. This is a rare opportunity you just saw, but understanding when the opportunity is there and to take it is very important, and it's what decides good from a Grey Hunter. Great to good? What is English? Who cares? Okay, so he stays. And it doesn't matter. Look, I have my 2 up again at this point, but we have pressure regardless from the autos. I hit level 2 off the melee. Khepri's kind of standing around. I pop him right back in. Push him even further. Even if it's not a stun, it doesn't matter. First blood. The level 2 spike is your #1 opening, right? When you hit 2 before them on the second wave, by the way, it takes 3 minions to hit level 2 if everything becomes normal. And on the third minion, you should be ready to jump on them or do something aggressive. Another thing, level 3 is your next spike. So that is the second time your big opportunity comes, because it's 3 abilities to 2 abilities. So here we get wave. We should be going to gold camp here. Normal. If you have pressure, you obviously have priority to the waves. We've talked about this in my support guide, but not much changes as an ADC guide other than what you're doing in the lane itself. They're on my YouTube, Jzilla. So here I do not level my 1, I level my 2 for just more damage. It could bite me in the ass, it could be the right thing, we'll see now. You usually shouldn't use your 2 this early because you need to secure the buff. But because Ishtar is zoned out or dead coming back from base and needs to get this wave, and I can see Khepri on the map, therefore I 2 early. So then I will have my 2 for the next wave even faster. So 90% of the time, you want to hold your 2 for secure. But 10% of the time, they can't contest. So therefore you use your 2 early so you can have it for the next wave. I just want you guys to see the opportunities and see the difference. So here is where a lot of hunters mess up. You're already way ahead in the lane. You got gold camp, you got purple, you got the first kill on Khepri, right? You poked out Ishtar. I'm level 3 to their level 2, but my Charon is in base. So understanding where your support is and their jungler is really key. So I will not be playing aggressive here. I will just be CSing. As I 2, I reposition. I don't just sit there autoing so Khepri can root me, grab me. I lose my beads, because if Khepri were to land any ability on me here, I'd be forced to beads and or jump. So therefore, you can see in my mindset that I am playing safe for obvious reasons. And there's nothing for them to farm, right? So the fact that there's nothing for them to farm is a key indicator to understand that I need to do nothing on this wave other than just get the wave. I don't need to pressure them. Okay, let's say I just sit there and clear in front of these guys and I take 200 HP. Awesome. I cleared fast. Now what am I going to do? Sure, you can go to back camps, but it really isn't that much value, and my jungler is near that back camp, so no. Back to just clearing waves. Now my Charon's like AFK at this point, so I'm like playing aggressive, but all right, he's coming back now. But now I have XP lead. Level 5 spike is really, really big here as I 2 the minions and clear them just to hit the 5 right now. Now I'm looking aggressive. Their purple is spawning. So purple invades is where people throw leads as well. It's not only the timing when your support back, but invading this purple is a big time to throw the lane. Knowing where their jungler is and knowing how much of a lead do you truly have. So they have a wave in front of their tower line, right? So therefore, I should invade this purple, but I still have to be cautious of their jungler. If their jungler shows, I understand, leave the purple. Why? Because it's okay if they're triple splitting a purple. If their jungler is dropping a purple, I have done my job already. I have forced the jungler to come left, and it's up to my jungler to make a move with the information I have provided. You don't need to sit there and 50-50 the buff, lose your beads, lose your ult. No, that is bad. That is wrong. You don't need to be a hero. You need to be an ADC carry at the late game. You need to have items on your timing. Use my 2. They're coming. They finish their wave. We drop purple. I pop my multi-pot. I'm kind of trading on the Khepri, waiting to see for the Ishtar to pop up. Okay, I want you guys to see this, and I think this is really important. Okay, so here, whatever, he's defending the purple, right? I am only autoing the Khepri. As you notice, I'm only autoing him. I still have my pillar, I still have my jump, I still have my ult. Why? Because I will not commit my spells to a Khepri, then let the Ishtar full kit me. That is wrong. That is bad macro. That is seeing red. That is not understanding MOBA. I am only autoing the Khepri to bring the Ishtar to me. Even here, how many of you guys would 2 here? Or ult, or pillar? Many. I would say 95% of you guys would 2 this guy right here. And that is wrong. 1, he's displacement immune, so that doesn't matter. But regardless of that, it's wrong. You're gonna have to go on the Ishtar. The Ishtar is now baited, correct? Look, she's helping. When she comes, I then drop my pillar, finish this guy. Now Thor's here. But now I have to commit to Khepri because there's no other play at this point. To this guy, try to jump, get his beads. It is what it is. That was lots of resources. And I did throw my lead a little bit there. Why? Because even though Thor came over and it is a gank, how many hunters have you guys seen in your lifetime saying, "Yo, bro, what the fuck? You're just fucking juggler, my lane." Every hunter does this. Every solo laner does this. I don't understand why. Do they not understand the jungle role? The only job of the role is to gank. That's what the game is designed. It's like asking, yo, I watch baseball and they always hit the ball. They always hit the ball with the bat. Why? Doesn't make sense. Stop doing that. He is using his resources to come gank me. I pulled Ishtar beads. We killed Khepri, and Thor just used basic abilities. The Ishtar gets 2 kills, and the Ishtar kind of gets back in this game off of Thor. That's a good Thor gank. He is punishing us invading purple. This happens often. I needed to just live. Once I saw the Thor there, I needed to walk to the corner and jump over the wall. But I was already in bad position, so therefore I got punished. Let's look at the stats here, right? Because this is really important. Not many of you guys do this, right? A net worth and XP trade happens, right? What is a net worth XP trade? That means a gold and XP fluctuation happens between the hunters and the jungler and the support there. So to understand this, you need to press tab. You need to look, as I'm looking here, say, okay, I'm on a full glove spike, 3,500 gold. She's at 3,200 gold. We're both level 5. She's probably similar XP to me. So now in my brain, as I'm going back to this lane, I'm saying to myself, we're pretty much even, but I'm sitting on a way better spike, so I will take the 1v1. You see, information, then decision. Not just decision because I felt it. Information is what makes you make the right decision. TP back. Khepri comes back. This turn used ult. I used ult. Double timers coming up here. Clear wave. They go to gold camp. So my goal here is to clear red, maybe purple. I see my Charon coming, so I trade. I pillar him. Really good pillar. Really bad too, but I think he should still die. That was a good route. And we get Thor dunked. And another gank happens. So Thor has come twice, and we didn't kill Khepri. So now this Ishtar is officially even with me. And you could say, yo, your jungler sucks. Pretty easy to say, but I would say that was a good Thor gank. Why? Because he re-ganked the lane that he already had pressured, right? That's a good Thor gank. You got to respect that. We're still able to get purple. And now our lead from the early game is now, the game is pretty much even for me. This Ishtar is pretty much even. So right now, as I explained earlier in the video, talking about what to do when you're ahead, what to do when you're even, what to do when you're behind. So now we have transitioned from ahead to even. And now you see me playing a bit different, right? Like I'm just clearing waves, get to gold camp. Just gonna play chill until I see an actual opportunity again. Here I jump on her. That's her beads. I pillar, ult. She ults, trades. Achilles is here for his first gank. And that just happened, but it's okay. We get the kill. And we're back in the ahead. He leaves. I get this full wave. Now we're definitely in a great spot. We're going to be about a level and a half. And I'm expecting Thor to come back right now. So I'm just trying to I should just clear and reset here. And now we should play a little bit more aggressive now. I am waiting on my ult. We know ults are on similar timers as we both use them to trade. She has prio here, so she's probably going to think about the gold camp. Now she's looking to pressure me. So body language is everything in dual lane, right? If he went to gold camp, that means he's just trying to farm and not really interact with me. If he's going after me on the wave, that means he's trying to box. So understanding body language allows you to make decisions as well. I'm playing up on her. She dashes. I'm looking for the pillar. She gets a good mez. We call it. Capri's mid. Thor could come back. I do have beads and ult now. I'm on a super strong spike. Level 9 is a massive spike for most hunters. Why do I say this? Is you should have 5 levels into your strongest ability and 2 levels in your ult at level 9. And for on her, that means a lot because that's level 5 spear, while 2 levels in ult. It's a huge damage spike. That's why you should hold a level at level 8, especially for a character like on her. Ishtar shows mid. I therefore push. How many of you guys go to blue here? I swear every hunter I see in this godforsaken game goes and hits blue. Ishtar is mid. Push your tower. No, guys, pushing your tower is not bad. It's not League of Legends. There is too many objectives on the map. People say, but then he'll hold the wave at the tier 2. He'll hold the wave at the tier 2. That's so bad. Guys, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 camps to do, plus Gold Fury pressure, plus Naga Siren pressure soon, Oracle pressure. There is always something on the map to do. So if he holds, sure, you'll miss 2 or 3 minions, but there is so much to do on the map, and the way Smite was designed, it does not favor him. Can he do it? Yes. Is it worth? Most of the time it's not. So Ishtar shows, they're pinging. Enemy missing left, yes. That's a shit rotation from her. And how do you punish a shit rotation? By taking her map. Charon's chasing the Ishtar. Very, very smart. Either way, I was going to get the tower. And then I have double buffs on the back end. And now I really start to expand my lead. A lot of people also do this. When they see the Ishtar rotate first, right? What they do is they do not counterplay. They do a reactive play. They see Ishtar mid. Someone VGS is enemy missing left. Being sarcastic. And then they're like, then you feel guilty and or bad. And then you go mid and say, oh, I'm here to counter your VGS. And you've done nothing. This is the true counterplay. You counterplay. You don't react to their plays. You make your own plays. And now she's missing. She missed half a wave. She's about to miss this wave. They're chasing kills. I mean, I don't know why they were fighting at their speed buff, but they were. But I have nothing to do with that. I'm an ADC. I'm not a support, right? I farm. They are creating space and ganking. I therefore farm to make their space valuable. If I then rotate and fight, then their space is no longer valuable. I don't think people understand that. I get my next wave. And now look, level 11 to level 9. The mortar is still pretty big. Now we're on a giant spike on this Ishtar. And now the Ishtar has a huge problem, is that there's a huge on her in left lane. And then we should get priority to Go Fury through the tower that we just got. And I don't have to do anything fancy because I took her tower. I've seen people start rotating right or mid here. No, you just go right back to your lane and use the lead that you got to create another opportunity. Here's the Capri. We just poke. No need to full commit. They just pinged I, showing there's only 2 people left. They're saying be careful left, so therefore, even though I saw I will respect. Okay, Thor. We see Thor now. We see both of them on that ward. They're going back to fight a 3v3 here. And this is exactly what I want. I love a 3v3 when I'm ahead. And not only that, I already have wave prio. So if we do win this skirmish, tier 2 and Gold Fury are both up for grabs. And if Ishtar loses this fight, she's missing another wave. Pillar ult in a group team fight. We see Capriel He hits him when he's not supposed to, but it is what it is. Thor lands. He has a nice 3 on my 2. Ishtar is actually fragging me over the wall, and I die. It's really good. I also think there's a big problem here, but this is more for the support guide. Like, I want you guys to look at the support. Why is he not running this way? Gets dunked. Like, he should be body blocking here. Like, he should be positioned right here instead of back here. Not that it matters. They win the 3v3. Game is getting kind of close-ish. Alright, I want you to look at the gold difference regardless of the skirmishes here. Just based off macro and farming. I'm up 1,000 gold, although he is 3-1 and 2. That's just making the better decisions, regardless of the skirmishes. Thor is knockback immune in his spin. And I hope you guys understand that kills mean nothing in Smite if you're not farming properly. He is part of three kills. He has 3 kills, 1 assist, 1 death, 2 assists. I have 2 kills, 3 deaths, 1 assist, and I'm up 1,000 gold based off just farming better, making better macro decisions, and just hitting minions more. If you're not hitting minions, you're not playing Smite properly. That's the way the game was designed. Therefore, you have to play into it, especially as an ADC and mid, which need to be ahead. Okay, let's look at my first rotation here. Let's see why I made this rotation. So they're skirmishing mid. My wave is pretty far up. I see Ishtar's not there. Clear a back camp. They kill 1. I kind of literally surveying the fight. It looks pretty good. Ishtar is there. Mordred ults. I'm kind of playing the back. This looks kind of shitty. Scylla gets bopped. Hit the 2. Dagger frenzy. Clean autos on the Thor there. Now it's Mordred time. Dude's getting bounced around. Huge root. He actually sustained so much off that. And another thing is I'm scared here at this point of the Ish. Keeping Ish in the back of my head as I'm autoing this Mordred. That's just, you need awareness as a hunter of your positioning. A lot of people see red and they just keep autoing the same person that they initially were looking at. Understanding target selection is very important. And I just want to explain one more fight in the fight here. The target selection, right, is Mordred is in, Thor is in, right? I'm not looking at them. They're both full HP. Understanding Scylla is the right selection here is what makes, the big difference between a good or great hunter, right? I'm looking at this guy, but I'm not showing yet. I look one auto, but you could tell that I'm looking at him. I want him. I don't care really too much about these guys. And now the next target is Thor. Why? Mordred's level 14 with 2 Fizz Prod items. Although this guy is hitting me, I'm hitting the right guy. And then after we win a skirmish, what do? Go back to hitting creeps, guys. Go back to hitting minions. That's what hunters do. They hit minions. And now when you think about the trade here, right? Ishtar rotated to that. I think she got maybe 1 assist. I came out with 2 kills. And I end up farming back camp, and then left wave. Nobody gets waves on left. So that's a net worth positive trade for me. I went crit because I felt like I was really ahead, as I am. If you look at the stats right here, level 14, highest net worth in the game. Mordred is 1 level above me. He's the only person. Free Gold Fury. Thor now goes up in the air. I think I saw Thor up in the air. And now we're in a great spot. We drop purple, do second purple. Ward corner. Ishtar wants nothing to do with me. Free pressure. They're fighting mid again. Okay, this is smart here, right? So what do you guys think Ishtar is going to do? Well, she's going to do exactly what she did the last 2 times. She's going to rotate. This person loves to rotate. So therefore, I don't just blindly rotate to mid. I should pressure left and see if so, because Ishtar doesn't want to 1v1 me, right? And this fight looks probably better than this fight looks right here for her, right? And so therefore, she's going to probably rotate. And if I rotate, then that cancels out. That leaves me with no options but to fight mid. But if I stay here, I can late rotate and or get tower, right? One option, two options. If I come here, I have only one option. So Ishtar's probably going to show there. A lot of people are low. They kill Ishtar, so this is just free reign. Free tier 2, grab next wave. And then I look to rotate here, right? Because now, but I look at the skirmish. This skirmish already looks done, and I have a wave and a half going into left. So I'm going to poke at this Phoenix. See who reacts. I don't use beads. He already threw hammer. Looking to ult him, but I probably won't kill. Just going to trade to see if I can bait the Thor in again. And he gets baited. As Ishtar, you can now rotate mid there, I think. I think you sit and you clear that wave and hope your team wins the 3v3. Either way, there's no Gold Fury. She's just missing too many waves. What's up, Hayes? And then here, this is pure limit test. I mean, I knew they were coming. It's already been too long, so I just want to see if I could take this fight. This Ishtar always has beats for my jump. That's Capriel too. You probably shouldn't be limit testing if you want to win your rank games. When is a good time to rotate as ADC is just when you have pressure, you can rotate, but just know what you're giving up, right? Because if you just give up your tier 1, then it feels really bad. You have to know you need to get something after the rotation. Why are you rotating? All right, let's kill and then go pyro. All right, let's kill then go Gold Fury. All right, let's kill then go Siren. Okay, then you have a goal. If you rotate just because they're fighting and the other hunter takes advantage, you will be behind in gold. Back to pressuring left. Should take left side camps. Big root. He jumps in. This is starting to look bad. I'll probably beats it. Big pillar. I'm just kind of holding my ground. I'm just ready to leap over. I'm just playing kind of ballsy. Yo, Shooter Gap, thanks for the big primers. Really appreciate what's up, Picasso. If I was Ishtar and I cannot take the 1v1, I still clear the wave. You don't need to fight me necessarily. You could just farm the wave. Just farm the wave, and then if I rotate, you kind of trail behind, or you keep pushing. I'd say you keep pushing. There's no Fire Giant or Gold Fury. If I was the Ishtar, I would trail him, and then if I think the opportunity isn't good, then I just keep pushing. Back to the next Gold Fury. We get the Gold Fury. Lexi into DB, full crit. And now we're definitely the highest level in the game now. Yeah, best scout for new players. Probably Neath. What's up, Muga? Nice to see you, man. Yo, we hit 400 subs. Chat, let's go. We're trying to set up on this guy in left. We probably shouldn't be here, but we are. We should be setting up at fire. Pillar stun. Good root. Capriel. I really dislike on her ult. The new on her ult. Man, if I pillar my feet, he dies. Poseidon's good. We got Ordner Spike. Third Gold Fury. If you notice this wave throughout the whole game, it's literally always like here, here, here. Like the waves is always here. What does that mean? It's information, guys. If the wave is here, someone has to catch it. If someone has to catch it, that means someone is showing. And if someone is showing, then that's information that you can use to pull Gold Fury. So that's the beauty of constantly having the wave up here. Obviously, there is risk to having the wave up here because you can be easily ganked. But if you're capable of doing it constantly, that's just infinite pressure. We're going on Mordrin. That's Aegis. Capriel. Finding the Capriel. Ulting. That's Shell. 1-2 on Capri's thick booty. Nice and easy. Pick up another kill. Looking for Scylla. She should have dash. She doesn't have dash because she ulted. I don't know how they didn't knock up. Damn, she got crit for 900. And that should be GG. Yeah. So, I mean, the truth is, right? Like the KDA wasn't the prettiest, right? In the early mid game, right? Whatever. I had 3 deaths, 4 deaths, but the truth is that I'm getting the net worth. Look at the GPM difference. I'm at 700 GPM, right? So the GPM was never a problem. Obviously we won, but the GPM, I was always super ahead on their team, right? Even if I died, I didn't die with buffs up or they got Gold Fury. The deaths were because I was pressuring, and because you're pressuring, they have to react to your pressure. But just to wrap it up on this Hunter guide, I mean, there's a lot of times of when to rotate, who to hit, item choices. I think we'll break down item choices. Truly, guys, truly, I think even if you're a little bit ahead, you go crit. I think the kin size build is good, but like the truth is about the kin size build is you're not going to carry. You're going to hit a tank 44 times and yeah, you'll get him to 20%. But when you take a 1v1 trade with a mage or another hunter with crit, you're going to lose. So I think if you're playing ranked and you're really truly trying to climb, build crit, fight, figure out how to farm, how to continuously stay ahead and get a lead, and then build crit. The truth about ADC, guys, is that you need to know how to get net worth consistently, right? That's the key word, consistently. Even if you have, look at the best hunters in the game, even when they have 2-3 deaths, they're still, you know, on par in the gold department and the XP department. So that's the key of ADC. Hit your OBJ, guys. Hit your structures as ADC. Build some crit, attack speed, and cook up. I would say there is some good activatable ADC items right now, so I would definitely get used to those. You definitely need to practice them. And enjoy your time, man. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope I improved your ADC gameplay, and I'll see you guys around. Thank you.